Howdy folks, Kirk here with Kirk Giordano Plastering. Today I want to say happy holidays to everybody and have a Merry Christmas. Um, I'm going to explain how to do a simple patch right here. I've done it before, but I figured this is a good way to say happy holidays to everybody who's been watching us. We've been doing this for 9 years and about 70 subscribers, 70,000 subscribers, so thank you guys. This, you can see there's a whole bunch of car garages. Somebody backed out of the garage here and hit it. How many of you guys have done that? Everybody does that. And because this guy's seen me use this a few times, you can get this at Lowe's or Home Depot. It's just rapid set stucco. Rapid set stucco is something you could put on and paint within, say, 2 hours. And he said, well, Kirk, can you use that stuff from Home Depot or Lowe's or that you actually can paint in a couple hours? And I thought, why? I got another type of stucco, Eisenwall, which is from Rapid Set, and that we just add our own sand. This stuff, you just buy it, no sand, you just add water, and it's ready to put on. And the reason I'm putting this on the board with one hand instead of just dropping that whole bucket is because I jacked up my knee and it hurts. But let's see, I might be able to do this half bucket. Oh, that right knee hurts. Okay, answer a few questions. Now this particular mud here is pretty sticky. The Eisenwall I use is not sticky, but it's made by the same company. It's just you can't buy Eisenwall from Home Depot or Lowe's. You got to go to the material yard, and it's so sticky you can't even get it off here. But here's a question. A lot of you guys say, hey Kirk, I take it off of the board and it keeps falling off of the hawk and trowel. How do I get it to stay on the hawk and trowel, let alone put it on the wall, guys? Do what I do. When you first get this mud mix, and again, this is real sticky mud because it's stucco patch. Put it on your hawk, take it off, drop it down. Get the feel of it, guys. This is answering something that a fella asked me the other day. He calls Kirk, come on, is there something you're not telling us? No, guys, just do this about 100 times. And if this was, say, Portland cement or Eisenwall, it wouldn't be so sticky. It would just, that wouldn't stay on here. It would just come off. But this is what you do about 20 times, guys. Put it on your hawk, take it off, drop it, and get the feel for it. Or if, just play with it, guys. Play with it like that. And before you start trying to put it on the wall, play with it, guys, and you'll get the hang of it. Anyway, now that that's done, I'm going to show you what we're doing here. Okay, with 2-ply paper, we use furry nails because I didn't want to break out my staple gun for this little bitty patch. Real important, guys, caulk your edges. And I use a Sikaflex, a 1A. It's a polyurethane. It's an adhesive sealant because it's the best. Okay, now this mud is it's hardening already. I got about 5 minutes to put this on. Now what I'm doing is putting on the bulk because I still have some mud in that bucket. Woo, this is sticky mud. It's much stickier than what I'm used to, but the guy said he wants to paint it tomorrow. I said, why? You're going to use this tree to decorate like in the Charlie Brown special where they decorated a little bitty tree? But anyhow, I give the folks what they want. If they want to paint it tomorrow, they can paint it tomorrow. Because you see on this box, it says prime and paint in 2 hours. Well, that's true. That's the only stucco that I'm aware of that you can do in 2 hours. Or usually you got to wait 28 days, guys. So I'm just going to finish using this right here. Finish using this mud. Okay, guys, we had a little issue there. So we got it handled. That's going in a blooper video that Jay wants to do. Anyway, here's where we're at. Okay, now the cement here is hard. You can't touch it. You can't put a dent in it. And it's got about 35% PSI strength. 3,500, that means it's as strong as the concrete. Anyway, this texture here, this is done with a finish coat of material. So I've got lime right here, and this lime is got fine sand because with the base coat I was using, that's got a real heavy sand, so I can't match this texture right here. That's super fine. And because I had a bit of an issue there, I'll show you again, guys, that one fella who called me and says, gee whiz, how do you keep it on the hawk? Now this stuff here is soupy. So if you're trying to keep it on the hawk, guys, just play with it. Play with it, guys. Play with it, and then you can see what you're doing. Anyhow, I know what you're thinking. Oh my God, he's going to get it on Santa's little helper. No, I'm not. We're pretty good at what we do. But even as good as we are, we still make some issues like I had here. Carl was on the phone in Spain and say, Jay, how the heck what's the matter with the camera? We got it resolved. Anyhow, this right here is lime for a finish coat, and it's got fine sands, silica sand, just like this right here. That's the only way I could match it. And because I already put a coat on here and had a few issues, I'm going to re-skim the entire area. And what that involves is, let me get out of my own way, is just skimming the whole thing. One more time, and be aware too, guys, earlier I had weldcrete out here. What is weldcrete? It's a bonding agent made by Larson's. Now I put weldcrete everywhere just in case I wanted to coat further. Like if I was to go over this painted surface with any kind of a stucco, it would pop right off in a matter of a year. But because I put the bonding agent by Larson's weldcrete on, it won't. And why do I use the one by Larson's? Because they've been selling the one by Larson's for 35 to 40 years at all of the professional plastering yards. They don't have it at Home Depot or Lowe's yet, but I'm sure they'll get it. They have other great bonding agents. All right, now that that's skimmed one more time because of my boo-boo earlier, now I'll put the texture on, guys. And again, all you're doing is you're playing with this stuff. This is more than enough to texture that whole spot right there. So here we go. Get that cleared off. And now all you got to do is you got to look at it. The tree is in my way right there. Look at that texture. You see it's fine, it's flat, it's like a pancake. So we can do that. I got a bad knee here. That should be in the blooper too. Was on a ladder, and the ladder was on dirt, and the ladder leg sank, and then my knee hit the wall. And guess what? It hit the wall right where a nail was, and that nail sure hurt. So I'm limping around right now. And Jay says, well, how bad does it hurt? I said, you ever get shot in the knee with a gun? He says, no, Dad. I said, well, that's how bad it hurts. So that's why I'm wearing this knee pad, this brace. Anyway, getting back to the stucco. When you're doing a texture, guys, if you can remember this, you kind of let the wall pull the stucco off. People say, well, how do you do it? How do you do it? Well, I'm just barely touching the wall. And actually the wall is pulling the stucco off. So we let it pull it off, and see where this has got a lot of pancakes, and I just put that on. Okay, I'm going to clean my trowel. Now I'm going to flatten it down a little bit more to give it some pancakes, because everybody has got it like a fingerprint, a different texture. I look at theirs and I see a lot of pancake, so I just go back over it and I give it some pancakes. Anyway, guys, as I said earlier, I want to wish you and yours happy holiday, Merry Christmas, and to Jason and Madeline and Javi out in Spain relaxing while I'm still working, Merry Christmas, guys. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Once again, folks, we thank you for watching, and I really enjoy all your comments.
If you guys like this video, please click the like button down below, and also if you enjoy what we do, subscribe to our channel so we can keep making these videos for you.
My name is Kirk.
And Jay.
We thank you for watching, and from the entire Giordano family, we'll see you on the next one.